Well, I'm on the phone with head basketball coach David Muchnick from the Maine Maritime Academy men's basketball team. And Coach, it's hard to believe that everything's starting right up. You had an exhibition game last night against Umpy, was it? Tell us how that went.
Yeah, it's actually funny because we had them as our first home game last year, and two of the three referees that we had last night were in the gym for that game last year, and we talked about how crazy it is that 12 months have gone by so quickly. But we played well. Obviously the exhibition games, scrimmage games, we can't report on actual scores or anything like that, but we played very well. It was a much better showing for us. We came out on the other end of the result of it. We ended up winning the scrimmage, but this is a team in Presque Isle last night that beat us by 19 at our place last year, and for us to play as well as we did and show the growth on the other side of the ledger that we did last night speaks to the work that especially our returning guys, the guys that were here last year, have put in over the last 12 months, and a lot stronger, a lot better condition, the type of shape and stamina that we have right now in our program really showed last night in our first scrimmage. I mean, we were not the team that was huffing and puffing last night, and that was really good to see. And we got some contributions from a couple newcomers as well. So really, it was a really nice, complete team effort last night.
Who excelled last night? Who are you most pleased with from contributions?
Yeah, actually the first guy that stands out was a guy that didn't even start last night, was Dylan Price. He had a really, really good practice on Monday night, and it's always great to see that type of effort and focus kind of carry over from practice on Monday to the game last night. And then Zach Radcliffe had a really nice game as well. He's a senior for us, a captain. To see his progression over the last several months, and both in the leadership role as well as contributions, knocking down some shots, and played really, really good defense on really their best shooter with Presque Isle last night. And he wanted that assignment. He took it on full blast, and he did a great job. So those two guys really stood out. But really, I was very pleased with all of the upperclassmen returners last night. Everybody had several contributions to the win last night, and then a couple new guys as well. Adam Richardson and DJ Harris both played pretty well last night as well. So again, it was a really nice, complete team night. I wouldn't call it a victory because it doesn't count for the standings, but certainly it was. We had some really nice takeaways from the scrimmage, and a couple things we have to work on today and through the week in practice this week to get ready for our next exhibition on Saturday. But overall, compared to where we were 12 months ago in our first scrimmage, and certainly our first home game against Presque Isle last year, we're light years ahead of where we were last year, and it's great to see.
On Saturday the 7th, who do you play?
We're down at St. Joe's. They have a really nice team down there. Coach Sanicola, I've known for several years. He's a Long Island boy as well, and he does a great job with that program. That's a team in a good conference that you always win somewhere between 16, 19, 20 wins a year, and so that's going to be a nice test for us. They play a very similar style of basketball to what we play, both sides of the basketball, and again, they're very well coached, and they've been doing it for a number of years. So that'll be a nice test for us on Saturday before we get it going for real the following Saturday down at Southern Maine.
The first three games are on the road this year. Good thing, bad thing, or indifferent?
It's funny. I was thinking about that on the way in this morning. I'm not sure. It is what you make it. I love giving our guys a little taste of adversity early on in the season, and anytime you can go on the road for the first three games of the year. Southern Maine, they had a down year last year, but they've been very good for a number of years. Coach Hendrickson does a good job, so that'll be a nice test for us to open up the year. And then we go down to New York to play two schools with maritime ties in SUNY Maritime and the Merchant Marine Academy. So those will be three really good test for us right away. I like the fact that it's on the road this year with this year's team because we still have a pretty young team. The New York trip will allow us an additional opportunity for team bonding and to come closer together as a team and do some cool things in the city down there, as we did last year. You know, we spoke about that when we went down to Lehman and we got to see the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center and Times Square and Metropolitan Museum of Art and all those things. And this year we'll go down to the World Trade Center and see Ground Zero and do some things like that have a greater meaning than just basketball, but we're doing it with our family, our basketball family, and that's a great thing. So for this year's team, Chris, I think that being on the road the first 3 games is a good thing, but when we play Thomas, our first home game after Thanksgiving, it'll be nice to be in some friendlier confines of Castine, and that'll be good also. Hopefully we put together a couple good games early on the road where now we can continue to create the buzz on campus and in the community here that I think we've done over the last several months, and that'll continue to improve as we hopefully improve as a ball club and get some more wins on the ledger.
All right. Good luck this week. Good luck on Saturday, and as always, we'll talk to you now next Wednesday, and we'll see how things are going.
Sounds good, Chris. Always a pleasure.